All right, good morning. I'm leaving the little gap, little tent site. Ended up, you can see down below behind me, it turned into a little tent city. But I had me a spot kind of away from everybody else, so it was nice. But all right, so the game plan today is going to go about 10 miles to a gap, and I've got a hostel tonight. Get everything cleaned up. I got a couple of options moving forward. Still not 100% sure. I'm trying not to overthink it, but we'll be in the Smokies tomorrow. We'll either go into the Smokies tomorrow or the next day, but that'll be exciting. So we'll just see what the day holds. Hope everybody's doing awesome. Taking a little break, sun coming up at Simp Gap to brush my teeth. Good oral hygiene is important. There's a huge cliff and rock. I bet something has lived up in there before. That's a straight up cave there. That's kind of cool, man. That tree has just completely absorbed that stone, and just as it's grown, it's become part of the tree. I mean, I've seen that where somebody will plant or put a post or something and a tree will grow around it, but I've never seen it with a stone like that. How cool is that? A huge boulder field with moss all on it. That's the trail right there. This is kind of neat. This would normally be up about 30 feet off the ground, but you could see where this is where woodpeckers had started holes. They'll hit that tree looking for food or building a nest in the tree, all kind of stuff. I thought that was neat. I know it's difficult to see elevation, but this hill is a beast. I keep telling myself, if I could run a high school, I can climb this. If I can be a principal of school, I can do this. Because I'm telling you, it is tough every step. All right, well, I think I mentioned earlier I'm going to be staying at the Hike Inn, INN, and looking forward to that. And I've actually decided to stay tonight, which will be Thursday night. And they gave me a place to call from this mountaintop, and that's where I'm at now. So I just got off the phone with them and asked if I could stay Friday night also, but then I'll slack pack tomorrow. And I think I've explained to you what slack packing is. So I'll still get some miles done, but won't have to carry my pack and hopefully get 2 good nights sleep before I hit the Smokies. So I'm excited about that. And it was really cool. Nancy, the lady that had answered the phone, I hadn't got a chance to meet her yet. She mentioned that she'd been watching the videos and enjoying that. So that was kind of neat. So I'm looking forward to meeting them, and also looking forward to a bed and a shower. That's going to be nice. All right, so I'm going down to get some water. See the blue blaze? It's taking me down to some water. But look, somebody has hung their food bag and the string broke. So it kind of messed them up. That was a stinky morning for them. Don't see that every day. All right, so got picked up, made it a little over 10 miles today, and got picked up for the Hike Inn. Now check this place out. It's pretty nostalgic. They've been in business for 27 years, and it's an old hotel. My guess would be the 50s or whatnot. So check this out. It's pretty nice. So there's the owners, Nancy over there. Well, maybe we'll talk to her later. But you can check out and see that this is just an old school roadside motel. And the AT basketball board. So let's check out inside. Now what's crazy is this, like I said, this is old school hotels. So you just got the cinder block room. There's 2 beds in here. Microwave, fridge, coffee. I'm about to take off all my dirty clothes, and she said just throw it in there, and then she'll wash them. And just about as clean and nice. Tub, toilet, all you need. All right, I'm all washed up. I feel so much better. And the loaner clothes they gave me were scrubbed, so I'm ready for surgery. Wash me in. Good morning, everybody. I stayed at the Hike Inn last night, which I showed you. Very nice place, kind of nostalgic, but slept really well. Spent a lot of time just stretching my back and trying to rest a little bit. And so making it through that. But if you notice, I have a very small little day pack on today. So I'm doing what we talked about earlier. I'm just slack packing. So he took me this morning to where he picked me up yesterday. And then I'm going to hike all the way to Fontana Dam just before the Smokies. And then he's going to pick me up, and I'm going to stay there one more night tonight. And then I'll go into the Smokies tomorrow. So this is really nice. I'm getting my miles, taking it a little bit easy though, but don't feel like I'm wasting the day. But Fresh Ground is at Fontana Dam. I saw him there this morning. So I'm hoping to get there for this afternoon. But anyway, that's what's going on. And I hope to share a little bit with you, talk to Nancy, the owner of the Hike Inn. It's really a cool place, and it's a cool story of how it got started, so I'll share that with you. But if I see anything, interesting, I'll share with you today, but just enjoying the hike, beautiful weather. You can tell it's a lot easier with the lighter pack, so it's real nice. So just enjoying the day, and I hope you are too. All right, made it to this top of this little hill, and you can see the Fontana Lake, which is stopped up by the Fontana Dam, which I found out a lot of neat information. I'll share with you when I get down to the dam, either today or in the morning, on what its purpose was and why they built it. But pretty cool. All right, you can see we're hooked back up with the Benton Mackay Trail, which, if you recall, way back at Springer Mountain. How about that? Look here where the tree has absorbed that sign as it grew. This is kind of unique. Just found out this is called a walking tree. And as you can see, it's got its legs. How about that? Looks like it's about to take off. All right, so this is the Fontana Marina. So that's obviously Fontana Lake. This is a marina. Stop off point. I'm gonna walk down there in a second. Let's see. Some bathrooms up here. Let's see what it says. Just talks about the AT crossing. Oh, I've heard about this. This is where you can call. This is a phone here. Let's see. I can't open it. Oh, there we go. So you call, this is that phone you can call to get a shuttle.
Oh.
$3 per person. That's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. So we're going to go check it out. Okay, so my hike's about done for the day, which I ain't gonna lie to you, it's been nice because I had, just the slack packing. But I had to show you this. I'm not staying here tonight, but this is what we call the Fontana Hilton. And it's at Fontana Dam. And Hilton, you may wonder, why on earth the Hilton? Well, because this is about as luxurious a shelter as you're gonna get. So let me show you around a little bit. All right, as you can see, Fontana Hilton. Trail comes right by here, and just like all the other shelters I've shown you, you know, no reservations or anything, but you got 2 layers, 2 bunks. Look at that view. So two layers on each side. So a lot of people can stay in here. Has a spigot here with water. Check this out. A solar charging station. That's a plus. Picnic areas, fire pit, trash cans is a big deal. Now up the hill, and I don't have to show you, but up the hill is bathrooms and showers. Now how about that? So this is a really, compared to the other shelters, this is pretty luxurious. Look at that view. So that's awesome.
Ready to eat, John?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab something. There he is, Leapfrog Cafe. He's leaping on up.
That's it.
Well, we're all individuals.
All right, so I've made it through the slack pack day. It was really an awesome morning. So I made it all the way to Fontana Dam. You saw fresh ground, and so I'll get dropped off there in the morning. But I wanted to take a little bit of time, so I'm staying at the Hike Inn, and this place has been in business and helping hikers for a long time. So I wanted to just talk to Nancy a little bit, who is the owner and operator with Tom, and let her tell you the story how it all got started. I was pretty intrigued by it. All right, so Nancy, first off, how long have you been running the Hike Inn?
July 4th of this year will begin 30 years.
Wow. Now you were saying when you first bought this place, it was not intentioned for hikers.
Lady that had it, she did not run it as a motel. She lived here. She was looking to sell. I think she actually worked at the Fontana Village Resort. So we ended up striking a deal, moved up here, and then found out that there really wasn't any business. So it was.
So you bought into a place and you realized, wait a minute, this isn't. You thought it was up and running and realized it was not.
It was not. And we learned that from some of the neighbors.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so we did a lot of odd jobs, just to be able to put food on the table. And then
you said there was that one fateful day where.
That one day, Jeff, my husband, who has since passed away, but he was headed up to Fontana Village Resort to the post office. And he passed 8 people on the side of the road, and they had backpacks and they were hitchhiking. So he stopped, and these people were looking for a place to stay, and he said, well, I own a motel, and they had laundry that needed to be done. And he says, well, my wife does all the linens at the motel. I'm sure she could wash your clothes. They were hungry. They needed to go to a grocery store to get supplies, and he said, we can do all that. So he loaded them up, had to make 2 trips because we had a little pickup truck at the time, brought them all back here. And at this time, this was called Fontana Motel. It was not called the Hike Inn at that time. So it turned out that those 8 people were southbound through hikers. They had started in Maine and they were hiking to Georgia. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm thinking to myself, there's faster ways to get there. But I kept my mouth shut and just listened to them. We didn't know anything about the Appalachian Trail, even though we'd vacationed up here for a lot of years. Right. But it was fishing. That's what we were doing up here. So whatever their needs were, we took care of it. And they stayed 2 or 3 days. And
that just turned into a win-win because you took care of them and then the light bulb went off for you.
Well, not so much that.
Okay.
When those people finished, they contacted the Appalachian Trail. It was called the Conference at the time, and also a man by the name of Wingfoot, and his name is Dan Bruce, and he published the Through Hiking Handbook.
Okay.
And then those people contacted us and said, if you send us your information, we'll put it in our guidebooks for free.
How about that?
And so in 1994, we were in the Companion for the first time. And then in 1995, we were in Wingfoot's book for the first time. Huh. And it just, one of our neighbors was a long distance shuttler, and he had so many shuttles. he couldn't run them all, so he called us and said, "You want to make extra money?" And we said, "Sure." We didn't refuse work or
Sure.
anything, and so that's how it all began.
How
Those
about
first
that?
8,
That's
they're
really
the
cool.
ones that started it.
And now you really do. You have to turn folks away because
Yeah.
it's just become that popular. Well, that's
We're real
awesome.
small, and
Yeah.
it's more personalized service, and we just have fun. And
Yeah.
we meet so many great people.
Well, you've been awesome and so kind, and it's just a nostalgic place. It's just really cool. So, but thank you for your time. I appreciate
Not a
that.
problem. So
Awesome.
then when Jeff passed away, I met Tom in 2017. And he's a through hiker.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Very cool.
Learning
Thank you
things
so
I
much.
did not know.
That's right. Aren't we all?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The end of a great day. I know this is the longest video up to this point, so hopefully I didn't bore you. I hope you enjoyed that, talking to Nancy. That was really interesting to me, and see how she's developed, and this hike in is developed. But won't have a video for probably at least 5, 6, 7 days from now. So let me be honest with you. Little anxiety going into the Smokies, and let me tell you why it's different. It's 72 miles you're going into the park, and why it's different is, one, you're at a higher elevation, so the weather could be a little more unpredictable, a little more rugged in certain areas. There's certain rules, like you're required to stay at a shelter. But the biggest thing is, because it's so isolated, up to this point, we're within a road crossing for the first few miles, but in the park, there's really only one out, and that's kind of in the middle. And so, trying to figure out, well, do I carry enough food to get all the way through those 72 miles, or do I try to take a break in there? And so we'll just see. I will be recording, so you'll see that when I'm all out, and I'm sure everything will be fine. But, it's just kind of part of the adventure. I am in my job, I might have seemed like I was kind of flying by the seat of my pants, but I really was very intentional with everything I tried to do at those schools. I don't know if you were one of those that was working with me or for me, if you thought that, but that was my intention. And so, I'm having a little bit of control issues and realizing I just have to take it one day at a time. And so, but that's probably a good thing. So anyway, so I'm checking off, and I will be back certainly in the next few days and tell you all about the Smokies. And hopefully it'll be all good news.